a man of science who sought to create a man after his own image.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the greatest adaptations of Mary Shelley's seminal Frankenstein.
Better not touch our friend here while I'm gone. Let him rest in peace while he can.
Number 10, Frankenstein. Well, we might as well start at the beginning. The 1910 Frankenstein, produced by Thomas Edison's movie studio, is historic as the very first film adaptation of Mary Shelley's novel. Being just 16 minutes long, it obviously doesn't delve too deeply into thematic complexities of the story or scare audiences quite like later installments would do. That said, the film's special effects, especially the creature's creation scene, were groundbreaking at the time, showcasing inventive visual storytelling before editing and makeup became standard tools. It's not the most faithful interpretation of Shelley's vision, but it was the starting point for over a century of Frankenstein films and remains a landmark in both horror and movie history. Number 9, Lisa Frankenstein.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, don't cry. Don't cry. Your tears. It smells so bad.
From screenwriter Diablo Cody comes this gloriously weird and modern take on Shelley's myth. Lisa Frankenstein reanimates the legendary Gothic story as a dark teen comedy about a girl who literally builds her perfect boyfriend. Katherine Newton and Cole Sprouse shine in a film packed with 80s camp, that trademark Cody dialogue, and a surprising emotional core.
Did you love her? I want that.
But beneath its candy-colored chaos lies some sharp commentary on love, death, and the power of reinvention. Cody's script transforms Shelley's question about creation into a coming-of-age metaphor, one about crafting identity and embracing imperfection. It's not a traditional Frankenstein adaptation, but it's a good one.
Why didn't you tell me? Well, that's okay. You don't need one of those to be a man.
Number 8, Frankenweenie.
When you lose someone you love, they never really leave you. They just move into a special place in your heart. He'll always be there, Victor.
I don't want him in my heart. I want him here with me.
Perhaps Tim Burton's most personal and charming film, Frankenweenie reframes Shelley's story as a boy's love letter to his dead dog. Expanding his short from 1984, Burton tells the story of young Victor Frankenstein, who resurrects his beloved dog Sparky after a tragic accident.
Victor, what have you done?
You said yourself if you could bring back Sparky, you would.
Yes, but that was different, because we couldn't. It's easy to promise the impossible. What you did was a very serious thing. Crossing the boundary between life and death. Reanimating a corpse. It's very upsetting.
Shot in gorgeous black and white and featuring fantastic stop-motion animation, this is one of the most creative Frankenstein adaptations. There's the usual Burton-esque fun, but also something profoundly touching, a reminder that science and storytelling are often intertwined by their search for meaning. The director's vision captures the childlike wonder at the heart of Shelley's novel, while also spinning that trademark Burton weirdness that everyone knows and loves.
To you, science is magic and witchcraft because you have such small minds. I cannot make your heads bigger, but your children's heads. I can take them and crack them open. This is what I try to do, to get at their brains.
Number 7, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
You fool, Victor Frankenstein of Geneva. How could you know what you'd unleashed? How was it pieced together? In bits of thieves, bits of murderers?
Flawed but certainly grand, Kenneth Branagh's film is perhaps the most faithful adaptation of Shelley's novel, even if it sometimes drowns in its own operatic excess. Starring Branagh and Robert De Niro as the creature, it aims to be the definitive version of Shelley's novel, very literally, very Shakespearean, and unfortunately for some, not very scary.
I have love in me the likes of which you can scarcely imagine, and rage the likes of which you would not believe.
In a fun twist on usual proceedings, De Niro's creature is intelligent and deeply human, which nicely reclaims the character's literary dignity. And for many, the movie's excessive melodrama is part of the charm, being a gothic tragedy at full throttle. Sumptuous visuals and Patrick Doyle's soaring score give the film a gravitas, while its moral question about life, death, and the divine spark remain powerfully intact. Call it over-the-top perfection.
Come with us!
I am done with man.
Number 6, Frankenstein, the true story.
You're afraid. I was afraid at first. It's the way we've been brought up. We've been brought up to fear. To fear the punishment of the gods. But Prometheus defied them.
This made-for-TV movie gets closer than most to Shelley's philosophical and emotional essence. It's also probably the most underrated Frankenstein ever filmed. Frankenstein, the true story, delivers a sweeping and tragic retelling that nicely emphasizes the main themes of Shelley's work, mainly beauty, decay, and moral consequence.
What a model parent you've been. You loved your creature so long as it was pretty, but when it lost its looks, huh? It was another matter. So much for your dainty conscience.
It humanizes both Victor and his creation, and said creature begins his life beautifully only to decay as Victor's hubris grows. A brilliant visual metaphor that strikes at the heart of the story's themes. Lavish sets, emotional performances, and groundbreaking makeup effects elevate the movie into a near operatic tragedy. While other adaptations are more cinematic, this one goes for realism, and we're certainly glad that it does.
Victor made me.
God has forgiven him for that sin. He has a child now. Our child.
Child?
What have you to do with life, you thing of death?
Number 5, Frankenstein.
And I saw it. Your name. Victor Frankenstein.
Coming from the visionary master Guillermo del Toro, we knew that his Frankenstein wouldn't disappoint, and it didn't. We've seen this story a gazillion times before, but del Toro brings his gorgeous style and production design to the proceedings, giving it a life and a visual vigor we haven't yet seen on the big screen.
My creator.
This thing is a gothic epic. Lavish sets, wonderful costumes, rich cinematography, it's all here. Jacob Elordi's creature is also more than just a monster. Like De Niro's iteration, he's smart, sensitive, and tortured, much like how Shelley envisioned. He gives a standout performance, lending the movie a strong heart to go with in its sumptuous design. Del Toro doesn't reinvent the Frankenstein wheel here, but it's 150 minutes of sheer cinema.
Now.
Number 4, The Curse of Frankenstein.
What do you think of it?
It's horrible.
Paul, the features are not important. What matters is I'm creating a being that will live and breathe. Once the scars on the face heal, it won't look so bad.
Hammer Films' The Curse of Frankenstein didn't just revive the creature for a new generation, it basically reinvented cinematic horror. Peter Cushing's calculating Victor and Christopher Lee's ghastly creature ushered in a bloodier and more morally complex era of Gothic storytelling, with its level of violence being quite shocking for the time.
It's no longer sufficient to bring the dead back to life. We must create from the beginning. We must build up our own creature. Build it up from nothing.
From what? Why, what on earth are you talking about?
Forget the whole. Now we must take the part. Limbs, organs, and then we must build.
Shot in lurid Eastman color, it was a bold departure from Universal's more black and white melancholy. This Frankenstein isn't a tragic visionary, but a cold-blooded egotist, a man whose pursuit of knowledge crosses every boundary known to man. Hammer's emphasis on gore and sensuality lifted horror into modernity, and that laboratory set? Holy cow, what masterful production design.
Have you ever been in that laboratory of his? No. You cannot possibly conceive the dreadful thing he's proposing to do.
What are you trying to tell me, Paul? That Victor's wicked? Insane?
Neither wicked nor insane.
He's just so dedicated to his work that he can't see the terrible consequences that could result.
Number 3, Young Frankenstein.
Of course, I'm sure we'll get along splendidly. Oh, sorry, You know, I don't mean to embarrass you, but I'm a rather brilliant surgeon. Perhaps I could help you with that hump.
What hump?
Mel Brooks' comedic masterpiece is the rare parody that somehow manages to equal the source material that it mocks. Starring Gene Wilder as Victor Frankenstein's grandson, the film perfectly recreates the tone, look, and the spirit of the classic Universal monster movies while turning every gothic trope into comedic gold.
In other words, his veins, his feet, his hands, his organs would all have to be increased in size.
Exactly.
He would have an enormous Schwanzstücke.
That goes without saying.
The black and white cinematography and authentic 30s lab props serve as wonderful cinematic throwbacks, and the razor-sharp script earned an Oscar nomination, a rarity in the comedy genre. Wilder's manic sincerity keeps the movie grounded, and the ensemble around him is sheer perfection. Somehow, in making fun of Frankenstein, Brooks made one of the finest versions of it, revitalizing the franchise for the modern age.
Are you saying that I put an abnormal brain into a 7.5-foot long, 54-inch wide gorilla? Is that what you're telling me?
Number 2, Frankenstein.
Have you never wanted to do anything that was dangerous? Where should we be if nobody tried to find out what lies beyond?
James Wells' Frankenstein is where cinema and mythology collided. With Boris Karloff's unforgettable portrayal of the creature, this adaptation transformed Shelley's philosophical tale into one of Hollywood's most enduring icons. Even to this day, when people think of the monster, they think of his giant forehead and neck bolts. The lab, the lightning, it's alive! These moments define cinema for generations.
It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. In the name of God. Now I know what it feels like to be God.
Wells' direction brings expressionist flair, while Karloff infuses the monster with heartbreaking innocence. But yes, it's also absolutely terrifying, with the lake scene being legendary in movie history. That goes hard to this day. Never mind 1931. A landmark in visual design, makeup, and just basic movie storytelling, Frankenstein is still alive nearly a full century later.
As I said before, I say again, here's to a son, to the house of Frankenstein.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Bride of Frankenstein.
To a new world of gods and monsters.
James Wells' The Bride of Frankenstein isn't just a rare sequel that improves on the original, it's one of the greatest movies ever made. Expanding on both the 1931 original and a small subplot from Shelley's novel, Wells blends gothic horror, black comedy, and emotional pathos into something truly transcendent.
Before you came, I was all alone. It is bad to be alone.
Alone. Bad. Friend. Good.
Boris Karloff gives a moving performance, turning the creature into a figure of loneliness and yearning, while Elsa Lanchester's electrifying bride became an icon of horror in mere minutes of screen time. That hair is just iconic, with striking visuals, daring themes of identity and creation, and even a fun framing device starring a fictional Mary Shelley. The Bride of Frankenstein remains not just a definitive Frankenstein movie, but the definitive monster movie, period.
Yes, go. You live. Go. You stay. We belong dead.
Are we forgetting one of your favorites? Come alive in the comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more Watch Mojo videos.